I am going to walk you guys through what we went over on Tuesday, which was editing photos using the clone stamp tool and also using the adjustment layers. So I have uploaded another beautiful picture of Reese Witherspoon looking lovely, right? But we're going to go in and kind of soften some of this out. So maybe soften a little of this using the clone stamp tool. And again, I'm picking out Reese Witherspoon because she has a big smile and it's just kind of easy to to go in and soften some of that out. So I don't want to work on my background, so I want to make a copy. All right. Now, I'm going to go over to the left. Here are all of my tools. And I'm going to right click on my clone stamp tool, make sure I'm on clone stamp tool. Okay. Now, this is pretty big. I need to make this a little smaller. So up at the top, I can change the size. I'm going to shift this down. Let's see what that is. Still a little big. Maybe a little smaller. Yeah, that seems good. Okay. Yes, we know. Okay. So in order to use the clone stamp tool, you have to take a little picture. Remember, we talked about that? So you're going to press the Alt key on your keyboard, and the little crosshairs are going to come up. And I'm going to click near her under eye bags, but not directly on them, okay? So I'm going to click on right here, okay? So it's taking a little picture. Now you see I can shift this up and click. So basically all you're doing is you're taking a little picture, Alt, click. I took a little picture, and now I'm going to move it up and place that picture by clicking, okay? So if you're new to this, take a picture every single time. So I'm going to Alt, click, move it up, click, and place it. All right? Back down, Alt, click, shift it up, place it. Okay? So you can see we're already getting some good work here, okay? Take your time, Alt, click, move it up, okay? Alt, click, move it up, click, Alt, click, move it up, click. Now we don't have to make it perfect, okay? That's, I don't want to get rid of all of her wrinkles. And already that's kind of a little, still got a little fuzziness going on here. So I'm going to come over here to my opacity, all right? Right now it's at 100%. I'm going to drop it down just a little bit, okay? Just to make it a little bit softer, okay? Now you'll see what we've done, all right? So if I click on the little eye icon, so it turns that layer off, I've obviously done a lot of good work, okay? Now, I am going to go up here. Let's see. There's another way to do this. I'm going to change the opacity back to 100%, okay? Now, I can go up to the top, and I can change the flow and the opacity here. I'm not going to mess with the opacity. I'm just going to mess with the flow. Think of flow as like how much paint is in a paintbrush or how much ink is in a pen, okay? So I want the clone stamp tool to just be a little bit softer. So I'm going to come down to flow and just turn this down a little bit. So let's try that, okay? So I'm going to go to this other eye. We're going to soften this up, okay? So I'm going to press Alt, take a little picture, click, come up, click, all right? So you see already that's a little bit softer, all right? I'm going to come down here, take a picture, bring it up, click, all right? So I'm actually going to move a little further down because she's got this like wrinkle in here, which is fine. Again, she's very beautiful, but you know, just for learning purposes, I'm going to bring it a little lower, Alt, click, come up, click. All right. Now you see, you can still see some of that wrinkle because I've changed this flow. So that's another way to make it just a little softer. I like to show you how to do the opacity on the side because if you find you've gone a little overboard, you can always bump it down, okay? So Alt-click, bring it up, Alt-click, bring it up and click, Alt-click, bring it up and click. I'm going pretty fast here. You should work a little slower. You want this to be subtle. Like even this is a little, could definitely be worked a little bit more. What we don't want to do is make her look like a robot or something, right? All right, so I'm happy with this. She looks nice. She looks more awake, but she still looks like herself, right? So I'm going to create a new layer. So that's the clone stamp tool. Easy peasy, right? So now I'm going to create a new layer. Well, actually, I don't have to create a new layer because I'm going to work in adjustments. And when I click on adjustments, it's going to automatically make a new layer. So you've got tons of different adjustments. Remember, I just want you to play with these, okay? So I'm going to go to, let's see, brightness and contrast. And it's going to bring up just a little scale. I'm going to make it a little bit brighter. Well, maybe not that much. A little brighter. A little more contrast, just a little, all right? And then I can kind of, these little arrows will just collapse this off to the side. All right, let's do another one. Hue saturation, okay? I am not gonna mess with the hue, but I'm gonna make it a little more saturated. All right, I can go crazy here. I can make it like she's been in a tanning bed way too much. We don't want to do that. I can mess with the lightness. Okay. So just play around with these. There's tons of different adjustments. And you see every time I click on a new adjustment, it starts a new layer, all right? So if I go back and I'm like, man, I don't really like what I did here, I can just turn it off, okay? So just try a bunch of different stuff. Let's try something crazy. Let's do color balance. All right, let's go to my midtones. Let's go to my shadows. And let's say I want like, whoa, yeah, okay. I can mess with the color balance. That's why it's called color balance. So I can make it a little more purple. I can make it a little more yellow. I can make it a little more red. Okay, so just play around with these. This is kind of a fun way to make kind of a vintage look. And bump these yellows up. And now this kind of looks like a 70s movie or something, right? So you can play with that if you're looking for something kind of like an interesting tone. Okay, so once I'm happy with this, all right, so say, oh, I love this. Reese looks beautiful. We got rid of all these. We upped the color. We changed this a little bit. I kind of like this kind of funky purple thing in the corner too. So I'm going to go to File, Save As. All right, I'm going to delete this because I'm going to do first initial, last initial, underscore, Reese 1. All right, I'm going to save it to my desktop. You should save into your little network. And I know we've had some problems with that, but most of you are doing all right with that. So let's go to JPEG. All right, save. It's going to bring up JPEG options, quality, maximum. Go for it. Press OK. All right, and now you're done. Okay, so if you want to just keep, because we're going to do 3 images, right, from this image. So you can delete all this and just start from scratch and start again. Okay, I hope this was helpful, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.